The desert held a secret, a wreckage that could not be of this Earth.
Its material defied all known metallurgy. Impossible to replicate.
Within weeks, the debris was locked away, classified, above top secret.
President Truman initiated the order, Operation Majestic-12.
The task force's primary mission: recover, analyze, and conceal.
12 men, sworn to silence, tasked with the unthinkable.
Their headquarters became the darkness beneath the Nevada desert.
Majestic-12 began monitoring the skies for the inevitable return. Unidentified aerial phenomena sightings exploded globally, then were silenced. Inside the hidden labs, the science of the future was being unlocked.
Their language was not a code, but a blueprint for a distant world.
But the secret was far greater than a crashed object in the sand.
A biological unit recovered from the primary impact zone.
The implications were immediate, terrifying, and profoundly complex.
Other encounters followed. In the woods, on the water, in the air.
Witnesses were debriefed, silenced, and their memories meticulously erased.
Area 51, the epicenter of a secret war fought in the shadows.
Propulsion systems that required a total rethink of reality.
Efforts to communicate yielded only fractured, disturbing audio logs. The task force grew beyond its original mandate, becoming a deep shadow government. Their authority superseded all elected officials, reporting only to themselves.
The sightings were not random. They followed a specific, global pattern.
In the dark, they hunted the truth, and those who tried to expose it.
Decades of data, sealed away, cataloged for a potential future threat.
The silence was broken by an event they could not control. A sudden, unmistakable presence over a major metropolitan area.
The task force had to move fast, utilizing their deep network of contacts.
A new level of security, transporting the core wreckage to a deeper sanctuary.
Analysis revealed the origin: a celestial body millions of light years away.
The contact was not an accident. It was a deliberate scouting mission.
The burden of the secret began to break. Those sworn to protect it.
Loose ends were quickly and brutally tied up and disposed of.
In plain sight, Majestic-12 agents operated within every level of power. They monitored all potential whistleblowers, all those who spoke too freely.
The power source for their hidden city, tapped from the world's grid.
Time was not their ally. The timeline of events was accelerating.
They successfully activated a piece of alien technology, a power core.
The next potential incursion point was predicted.
the deep, dark ocean.
Below the waves, the scale of the operation became terrifyingly clear.
Not just a terrestrial problem, but an interdimensional security breach.
The truth was not in the stars, but hidden in the forgotten texts of history. A connection between the current crisis and ancient, pre-human civilization. Sacrifices were made in the pursuit of information, and then erased from history.
The only way to communicate the truth was through anonymized channels. They reached out, sending a coded message across the vacuum of space.
The answer was immediate, chilling, and undeniable.
The infiltration was complete. The enemy was now operating inside the wire.
Searching for ancient relics, hidden, frozen under the Earth's polar cap. Biological life forms that predate human history by millions of years.
The preparation for the global defense had finally begun. Operation Grudge. The simulation models were catastrophic. The defense was nearly impossible. They knew where and when the first wave would strike. They waited.
The decision to engage was the last hope for human civilization.
The sky was no longer ours. The true arrival had begun. A demonstration of power that rendered all human weaponry obsolete.
The news of the encounter was immediately, forcefully suppressed globally.
A new reality was fabricated. A weather balloon. A secret experimental aircraft.
The cost of the secret. Entire communities erased to protect the lie.
Majestic-12 retreated, taking the core evidence to the ultimate shelter. The door was sealed. The truth locked away, perhaps forever. But in the vast, empty canvas of the desert, the truth always leaves a trace. A remnant of the past, overlooked in the chaos of the immediate cleanup.
A lone investigator found the piece, the beginning of the end of the cover-up.
She began piecing together the myth, the rumors, and the impossible whispers.
Following the trail of vanished witnesses and erased military personnel. A retired scientist, haunted by decades of forced silence and fear.
The first crack in the wall of secrecy.
A meeting on the edge of the known world.
The secret history of Majestic-12, meticulously documented in a coded journal.
The journal confirmed everything. The crash, the bodies, the task force.
The biological entities, labeled EBE, Extraterrestrial Biological Entities.
The trail led back to the source, the deepest layer of the black budget operation.
A security system designed to defend against everything but the truth. She needed access, a way past the digital firewalls and encrypted protocols. Breaking the final barrier, the digital archive of Operation Majestic.
He went the white harness. The sheer volume of data confirmed the massive scale of the conspiracy.
This footage suppressed for 70 years. A brief, terrifying contact event.
The Reverse Engineering Project. Building human weapons from alien blueprints.
The architects of the lie. The 12 members of the ultimate secret committee. Project Blue Book was not a study. It was a sophisticated disinformation campaign.
The discovery of the deep space sentinels. Watching, waiting, preparing.
Proof of collaboration. Human and non-human forces working in concert. Access granted. The inner sanctum of the subterranean command center.
The reason for the secrecy. A power source capable of altering reality itself.
She stared into the heart of the conspiracy and the ultimate truth.
The intrusion was detected. The countdown to containment began.
Keepers of the secret mobilized. Silent, fast, and utterly ruthless.
The only way out was to take the evidence and expose the entire operation.
A desperate escape through the ventilation system. The only blind spot.
The evidence uploaded. The world would soon know their deepest secret.
In the dark, the task force's power began to fracture, then fail.
Panic set in. Years of control dissolving in a single moment.
The truth hit the global airwaves, a story that changed reality forever.
Citizens looked up, knowing that everything they were told was a lie.
The immediate response. The military officially acknowledged the non-terrestrial reality.
Roswell, no longer a mystery, but the birthplace of a new global history.
The truth was finally free, the culmination of a tireless, dangerous pursuit.
The organization itself vanished. Its members melted back into the shadows.
The global scientific community began the long, difficult process of full contact.
Technology, once classified, was now the basis for a global energy revolution.
Humanity's journey to the stars began, powered by the wreckage of a lie.
But in the euphoria of contact, a critical fact was quietly overlooked.
The man who orchestrated the leak. The final, deepest layer of the task force.
Majestic-12 never truly dissolved. They simply evolved into something darker.
Phase 2. Control the public reaction. Manage the technology. Dictate the future.
Those who believed the victory was complete had failed to calculate the cost.
The new operation was subtle, psychological, and entirely undeniable. The true threat was not military. It was the absolute control of all information.
The public was fed a new narrative. Peaceful contact, benevolent visitors.
They had leveraged the panic into a power structure beyond human reach.
The secret was never about preventing contact. It was about preparing for takeover.
Human response was the final piece of the non-human geopolitical strategy.
A message from the crashed craft, translated too late. We are the harvest.
The full, horrific meaning of EBE, Extraterrestrial biological exploitation.
Resistance continues. This log is the only proof they failed to silence.
They are listening. They are watching. They are waiting for the opportune moment.
The only hope is that this signal finds the next truth seeker, the next link. The desert always keeps its secrets until the right person comes to dig.
The digging has already begun, decades later, an echo from the past.
The truth will always surface. Majestic-12's shadow cannot last forever.
The story of the secret task force is over, but the conflict has just begun.